We're good at calling out the sin, but we are horrible at finding out why. Every sin is the fruit. The iniquity is the root. He was beaten for our transgressions, and he was bruised for what? And the chastisement of our peace was upon him. Bruising has to deal with pain and something that has been done internally that will manifest itself on the outside and show that there was some pain on the inside. When do we ever bring people to the church and say, everybody that's been bruised, come to the altar? Struggling with something that you can't tell nobody about. But it's the sin of a third and fourth generational ancestor that has now manifested itself strongly in you. That you haven't done the act yet, but you doing the act is inevitable. Because if you feel it, you're not delivered. See, we never get down to the root of stuff. So what we teach people is behavior modification. That's not real deliverance. That's not being really made free. That's being set free, but not made free. It's not about looking the part when such and such shows up. But behind closed doors is something different. You think that you're the first person in your family that battles with fear. I'm talking about uncontrollable fear. I'm talking about fear that will manifest itself to where you're fearful to get a license. But that thing started, from a great-great-great-great-great-grandmother before it hit you. Jesus said, I died for that. I died for the iniquities. I died for that. I was bruised for that. You think you have peace now? You don't have peace now until I deal with the iniquities. Because once we deal with the transgression, once we deal with the iniquities, now the peace gets released on us. Could that be the peace that surpasses all understanding? You can have so much peace, it just bypasses everything that you went through. All understanding breaks the yoke of my past, makes me forget all the mess that I had to go through because of the peace. The peace is that strong. Because just because I bury my pain doesn't mean that the pain goes away. When I die for you, I died for all of that. When I saved you and filled you with the Holy Ghost and said my hand is on you and you are one of mine, I died for all of that. But then again, my objective now is not for you just to have a spiritual salvation, but my objective is for you to have the salvation of your souls. My sin could be different from yours, your sin could be different from mine, but all of us have some type of sin, some type of bent that we could be battling with, whether we know it or we don't. A lot of times iniquities run so deep down in the family line that many family members are secretive about it. And they don't want to tell you. The best deliverance you could ever have is to call your father, call your mother, call your grandfather and say, what did you battle with? Don't leave here without telling me what did you battle with. What are some of your regrets? Tell me some things that you wish you would have done differently so I can identify this generational curse that's working on my spirit. But after you deal with the exterior, the hair, the skin, the looks, the nose, the height, everything that you see, there's some things on the inside. Because you produce after your kind. There's a new nature that God gives. And so therefore that child doesn't have to have mama's DNA. That child can break the yoke. That child don't have to have daddy's DNA. That's why the best thing some of your children can ever do is when they really understand this is thank you for being a curse breaker in their life. It's because of you why they get a chance to be made free.